The trailer for episode 172 of the Fights Break Sphere series has been updated. As Xiao Yang retreated to strive for the Doluo Saint, Xingyin Pavilion was brutally besieged by the STYX Alliance and the Soul Palace during this period. In the enemy camp, Qianming Old Demon and Ji Yu are both high-level semi-saints, and Tianzun is a junior semi-saint. In contrast, Xingyin Pavilion only has Yao Lao, a high-level semi-saint. Faced with such a huge gap, Yao Lao can only hold on, fighting alone against two semi-saints, while Kailin, the little medical fairy Qinglin, joins forces to fight against Tianzun. Just when Yao Lao was seriously injured and was about to die, Xiao Yang finally broke through. Due to the incredible effect of body-mind, Xiao Yang directly skipped the semi-saint stage and was promoted to 1-star Doluo. Seeing this, Ji Yu, Qianming Old Demon and the three were stunned. Since the space had been blocked by Xiao Yang, the only way now was to take advantage of Xiao Yang's unstable foundation and fight to the death to have a chance of survival. Then Qianming Old Demon sacrificed Qianming Blood Palm, Ji Yu and Tianzun sacrificed 10,000 Soul Sky Lock. Seeing the full force of the three, Xiao Yang raised his palm lightly. The four strange fires slowly formed into a strange ring 100 feet long. This is what I realized when I broke through to the Do Xing level. This move is called Buddha's Wrath Reincarnation. Today, I will use you to practice this move. With that, the four-colored fire disc collided with the full-strength attack of Ji Yu and the other two. With a clang, there was no earth-shattering explosion. The attacks of Ji Yu and the other three instantly turned into nothingness when they came into contact with the fire disc. The fire disc was like a black hole. If anyone was caught in it, even their soul would be annihilated. Seeing this scene, Yao Lao was shocked. The fighting skills derived from the strange fire were really surprising. After this fight, Ji Yu also realized that they were no match for them. At that moment, they didn't care about anything else and rushed towards the entrance of the Star Realm. Seeing the three people running away with their heads in their hands, the strong men of the STYX League were so scared that their souls flew away and quickly turned around and ran. Seeing this, Xiao Yang snorted coldly and turned. The four-colored fire disc spun at high speed. Immediately, a black beam of light enveloped all the enemies. Under this beam of light the enemies began to decompose into nothingness one by one. Even though Ji Yu and the other two had strong fighting spirit in their bodies, they could not resist the erosion of their bodies. Feeling the threat of death, the old demon Qianming finally became frightened. Xiao Yang, let me go. My Qianming sect will be a subordinate force of Xingyin Pavilion in the future. What do you think? After Xiao Yang finished speaking, he immediately rushed towards Ji Yu and the other two. He clenched his palm and the latter was instantly unable to move. Then, Xiao Yang lightly slammed his palm down. Looking at the rapidly enlarging palm, a ferocious look flashed across Ji Yu's face. Then he used all his strength to push Tianzun away, while he used the force to retreat violently. With a loud bang, Tianzun was instantly slapped into nothingness. Seeing that Xiao Yang's palm was so terrifying, Ji Yu regretted it deeply. If he had known this would happen, he would have killed this kid at the body ancient tree. After a few breaths, just as Xiao Yang was about to hit Ji Yu with a palm, the space beside the latter suddenly cracked, and then a dry palm flew out to block Xiao Yang's attack. When the pitch-black arm appeared, Xiao Yang's pupils suddenly shrank. Soul Clan Do Xing finally showed up. As he finished speaking, the Soul Clan Do Xing refused to show up. He just stretched out his palm from the space, then grabbed Ji Yu and sent him into the space crack. Seeing this, how could Xiao Yang let him go easily? He suddenly pointed his finger at Ji Yu's forehead. Facing Xiao Yang's relentless pressure, an angry voice rang out in the space crack. "You, youngster, dare to go even further." As he finished speaking, a pitch-black finger flew out from the crack and collided with Xiao Yang's attack. Yu was quickly pulled into the crack at this moment. With a bang, Xiao Yang was shocked and retreated several steps. On the other hand, the pitch-black arm was also burned purple and red by the strange fire. The next moment, a cold shout came from the crack again, "Youngster, don't be so complacent. It was indeed a mistake of my soul clan to let you become so strong. If you want to save your father, then come to my soul realm. I'll be waiting for you." Upon hearing this, Xiao Yang did not rush into the spatial crack recklessly. He had no doubt about the strength of the Soul Clan. After all, even his ancestor, who was at the peak of Doshing, had fallen at the hands of the Soul Clan, and he had only just been promoted to Doshing. Although he was wary in his heart, Xiao Yang was still sharp-tongued. "HMPH, I'll go to that place sooner or later." Hearing Xiao Yang's sneer, the other end of the space was also angry. "Arrogant. If it weren't for some restrictions, I would show up today and kill you." After saying that, the other end was too lazy to argue. The dark arm entered the spatial crack and disappeared. With the complete departure of the Soul Clan's Do Xing, Xiao Yang breathed a sigh of relief. According to his speculation, that person should be the Great Venerable of the Soul Palace, a peak level 1-star Do Xing. Now that he has broken through to the Do Xing, the Soul Clan will probably take him seriously. The next time they meet, it will definitely be a fierce battle. With a sigh, Xiao Yang turned and came to Yao Lao and the others. "Teacher, Kaylin, are you okay?" Hearing this, Yao Lao waved his hand, his eyes full of relief. "Ha ha, it's okay. Now you have finally surpassed your master." When Yao Lao first met Xiao Yang, the latter was just a waste of the Xiao family, who was burdened with humiliation. Now, the young eagle has finally soared into the sky and entered the most pinnacle level on the continent. Not long after, the master and disciple talked about the Soul Palace Do Xing who refused to show up. That person was very strong. If he showed up, Xiao Yang would be in a difficult battle. After thinking about it, Yao Lao felt that the guy must have been restricted in some way, and could not come in person. Then, the group came to the main hall of Xingyin Pavilion. After hearing what had happened in the past 2 years, a chill passed through Xiao Yang's heart. Today, the old demon Tianming has been buried here, so the remaining remnants of the Ming League are nothing to be afraid of. Therefore, the most difficult to deal with at the moment is still the Soul Palace. If you want to compete, you must form a large alliance. Hearing this, Yao Lao and the others frowned. The Soul Palace has been collecting souls all over the continent, and many forces have long hated it, such as the Danta. Too many alchemists had been secretly targeted by the Soul Palace. Danta knew all about this, but had been holding it in. Upon hearing Xiao Yang's desire to form an alliance with Danta, Little Medical Immortal said in a deep voice, "The 3 giants of Danta are only at the peak of Dozan. Such strength poses little threat to the Soul Palace." Upon hearing this, Yao Lao waved his hand. According to him, Xian Kengzi had now advanced to the level of semi-saint, and the true core of Danta wasn't the 3 giants on the surface, but the small Danta. There were some people there that even Yao Lao had to bow to. It was said that at the peak of the small Danta, they had a great battle with the Soul Palace, and from then on, the feud between the two sides was formed. Upon hearing this, Xiao Yang secretly clicked his tongue. This Danta was indeed not that simple. Otherwise, how could it be called a force on par with the Soul Palace? If they could win over Danta, they would undoubtedly be able to squeeze into one of the superpowers on the continent. Seeing Xiao Yang's joy, Yao Lao couldn't help but pour cold water on him. Because getting the old stubborn people in the small Dantar to agree was also very difficult, so, after the matter of Xingyin Pavilion was dealt with, Yao Lao decided to go to Dantar with Xiao Yang in person. In addition, there was also the Flower Sect and the Burning Flame Valley, which had a good relationship with them. According to Yao Lao, the two supreme elders of the Flower Sect both had the strength of a semi-saint, and they also owed Yao Lao a favor. As for the Burning Flame Valley, it was also not simple. It was said that they now had an ancestor, who had reached the high-level semi-saint. This person had left a very serious sequelae in his youth. If they could help him solve this problem, it would not be difficult for him to let the Burning Flame Valley join the alliance. As soon as he finished speaking, Xiao Yang's eyes flashed with fire. The matter of the alliance must be resolved as soon as possible before the pure lotus demon fire was born. After the discussion was over, after cleaning up the mess at the Starfall Pavilion, Xiao Yang and Yao Lao led the Starfall Pavilion army out in full force, and launched a major counterattack against the remaining forces of the STYX alliance. Facing a one-star Do Xing and Yao Lao, a high-level semi-saint, the STYX alliance was no match for the old demon Tianming. In just a few days, Xiao Yang killed his way to the Tianming sect headquarters, and the Tianming sect master, who was at the peak of Dozun, was easily killed by Xiao Yang. The Xingyin Pavilion's main force split up and attacked the Glacier Valley and the Fenglei Pavilion, which were relatively powerful sects. After all, they had contributed a lot to the attack on the Xingyin Pavilion. Soon, at the Fenglei Pavilion headquarters, Thunder Mountain was already a sea of fire, and the scene was extremely chaotic. The small-time figure Fei Qian had already lay dead in the sea of a euro fire. In mid-air, Lei Zun was blasted by a Xingyin Pavilion Do Zun, spitting blood from his mouth. Now he looked at Xiao Yang with great resentment. Xiao Yang, my Fenglei Pavilion is on good terms with the Sky Demon Phoenix clan. If you do this, the Sky Demon Phoenix clan will not let you go. Hearing this, Xiao Yang glanced at the latter indifferently. When they first met, the latter had seemed so unattainable to him, but now Lei Zun was completely prostrated at his feet. Don't worry, my grudge with the Sky Demon Phoenix clan will be resolved in the future. With that, Xiao Yang clenched his palm towards the fleeing Lei Zun. Suddenly, space collapsed, and Lei Zun was crushed into a pulp without even a scream. At the same time, in the battle circle of the Glacier Valley, the Ice Venerable was also besieged by the powerful men of the Starfall Pavilion, and was beaten without any chance to fight back. When he first appeared, his strength as a peak 5-star Do Zun made him feel very oppressive. But now, he was completely outmatched. Soon, he was defeated and destroyed along with his Glacier Valley. This video will end here.